previous example, I told four splits: a dot txt, b dot txt, c dot txt. So how many splits are there? We have four splits are there. So therefore, how many mappers you require? We require four mappers to process each and every. So what happens? The mappers are going to process a.txt. For that, it requires one mapper. For process b.txt, it requires one mapper. To process requires some mapper. The process d.txt, it requires some mapper. So depending upon the number of splits, we are going to have a number of mappers. If you have 5 splits, you can have 5 mappers. If you have 6 splits, we have a 6 mappers, right? So this mappers, what you do, it is going to process it. After processing, what happens for a.txt, right? So it's going to combine outcomes of all the files, right? From whatever the outputs you getting from it, b.txt, c.txt, and d.txt, and all these results can be combined using. So here what happens, you have this daemon in jump track and task tracker, and you can have, so mappers they use key value based generally, right? Because whatever inputs are going to give to the mappers will accept into key value pairs. And how we are going to convert to key value pairs? For that, we are going to use record reader. Record readers, what it will do is it takes the input from the it takes the input and what it convert them into value pairs. So whatever results you are going to get it into mappers, which is forms of key value pairs, and it is also what it is also in the forms of the key value pairs. Now see this diagram here. This diagram is very much clear about the processing here. So clients are submitting their task. The job tracker is going to assign these tasks to the different task trackers where these task trackers where it reside in data node. In data nodes, we have a data. So it's going to perform the task. What task is going to perform? Every rules task is going to perform. So he is going to give some result here. Is going to give some result here, and all results can be combined using what? Reducers. And reducers are going to give the outcomes, right? And to job tracker, and job tracker is going to give it is going to give to the client. Okay. So it means that this part is only the processing part is happening. So where task tracker is going to reside? It resides presence. You're writing the logic, and tasks are going to process them in the forms of map and reduce, and is going to get some outcome, right? So it's going to get some output from here, output from here, output from here, and this output can be combined using reducers. Reducers are going to give you single output, and this output is given to the job tracker, and going to provide this output to the clients. Now, these are simple example which I took for your real-time example here. This is first word count program. Right? Suppose you want to count number of words, right? For that, you can use map rules operation also here. So these are the file we having like dog, cat, mouse, dog, cat, duck. These are the input file we having. Then what you have to perform first thing, first you have to split this, do the splitting. First you have to split them into a number of input splits. So how many splits you made here? We made here totally 3 splits we have. We have 3, and then you have to perform what? You have to perform the mapping operation. What is mapping operation here? are going to add some values to each and every text here, each and every word here. So appears one time, so write dog appears one time, cat appears one time, and mouse appears one time. Similarly, here dog appears one time. So and that is you have to get the values, and then you have to do the shuffling. Shuffling in the sense you have to do the shuffling. How you can do the shuffling in a sorting order. What is sorting order? First C will come, then D and M will come. So first you see the C. See how many times appears here. So from here one time appears, from here one time appears. Similarly for dog, how many times appears? It one times, duck one times, mouse one times. So here totally reduce, what reduce will do is going to combine this outcome. So cat appears 2 times, here dog appears 3 times, duck appears 1 time, and mouse appears 1 time, and you're going to get some results. You're going to merge the results, you're going to get the final outcome. It means in a given the cat appears 2 times, dog appears 3 times, duck appears 1 time, mouse appears 1 time. And for this, we had written the logic and we had processed it. We had processed it using the MapReduce program. Okay. Now, we are using different types of tools in big data analytics. You already know about Hadoop, right? Because Hadoop can use HDFS and MapReduce to store and to process the data. And then we are using the Hive also. Hive is being given by Facebook companies, because see, if Facebook companies want to work with Hadoop only through the Java, but unfortunately the Facebook developers, they don't know about Java programming. So what they did, they developed a tools called Hive tools, which is just like SQL interface, which is just behave like SQL interface. It means we can just like write like a SQL command, and you can do the works in a Hadoop environment. So here this Hive is going to provide you such kind of SQL interface environment, and this Hive can use one kind of language which is called HQL, the Hive query language. The Hive query language can be used in the Hive, and for that we can do processing in a Hadoop environment, and you can store data in environment. So this is one tool used by the Facebook company, and this is called as Pig. Pig here. This is called as Pig. This Pig is also used by Yahoo company. So Pig and Hive both will do the same task, but the Pig use scripting language which is called as Pig Latin script. Okay. So through Pig Latin only you can write this script, whatever this script will convert into Java programming, and they can interact to the Hadoop, and from the Hadoop they will do all the analysis, all the kind of processing they can do in the. So generally this Pig and Hive, they will do the same task operation, but they have been developed by different companies. The Hive is given by the companies, whereas the Pig is designed by the Yahoo companies, and both are interacting to the Hadoop. This Pig Latin will interact to Hadoop through the Pig Latin scripts. They interact to the Hadoop through the Hive SQL or HQL, called the Hive query languages. So why? Because this Facebook developers feel comfortable to write SQL queries. That's why they had used this tool. And this Yahoo companies are very much comfortable to use scripting languages. They know scripting tools. They use that's why they use Pig Latin scripts. Okay, and through this tool only what happens, they can perform all the operations on the Hadoop environment. Okay, so these tools are very famous, which can be used as data analytics, and also called HBase. This HBase is called NoSQL database, because we can by using NoSQL database we can store unstructured data also. We can also process same also, because it doesn't have any kind of rigid schema. So there is no rigid schema at all. So you can store all kind of unstructured data, process at very high speed. So this is NoSQL is very famous now in big data. Nobody's worried about the structured data. Everybody is worried about unstructured data. So unstructured data, we can use what? We can use the HBase database we can use, which is called as
Professor Syed?
Yes.
Just we are having 5 minutes left. Please sum up here.
Yeah. Right. So these tools are basically used as like a MapReduce operations. Okay, so it can also perform on real-time operations, right? So real-time operations can be happen to the Spark, and this is Kafka. It is message passing system. So if you want to pass different types of message between two applications, between producer and consumer, we can use as a middleware tool, Kafka. And this is Splunk tools can be used for the log analysis, right? So how many transactions happen per day in banking sectors? For that, they can use Splunk kind of tools. And this is talent software, which is basically used for data integration purpose. So these are different types of tools available in big data analytics, and it has a very analysis of all the tools. You can go through different textbooks and you can get a knowledge about this kind of tools also here. So why big data is right choice for your career? You may ask the question, right? Because students are listening why you have to go for big data. The reason is that there is exponential rise of data. Every time data is growing, there is demand of data analytics because we are getting unstructured data. And nowadays, in America, there is a lot of opportunities to get job in data as a data scientist or the big data analytics. Now, these are the different interested careers in big data, like you may become big data engineers or data engineers or data scientists or business analysts, or you become artificial intelligence machine learning analysts or analytical managers or BI engineers. So these are different platforms are available for you. We can opt for the big data in the big data. Even salary is remarkable. You may also get very handsome salary if you're going to have your careers in the big data. Now, these are the skills you require to become a data analyst. You should be mathematics. You should also very good in algorithm and some kind of programming language like Python or Ruby languages or R programming. I should also have some statistical knowledge about statistical data and programming tools and visualization tools. So if you have this skill, you may become a good analyst. So this is about the end of my presentation. And if you want to know more information about this uh, big data, you can go to my YouTube channels. I have YouTube channel also. I have given the link. So you can use these YouTube channels. You can get more information about the Spark, about the Hive, about the Peak, whatever tools I discussed. Because he doesn't have more time. First of all, second is that from my end there is network disturbance. So unfortunately, this project came to the morning only, and some still the university people are looking on it to recover the problem. So because of that, in middle while some disturbance has happened. And this is my LinkedIn profile. You can go through my LinkedIn profile only. So I would like to thank you everyone. So if you have any queries, please ask me.
Okay, Manoj sir, would you like to say something? Manoj sir? Manoj sir? Okay, thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. That is very useful for the students. It's a great presentation. You have spent some 1 hour 15 minutes. That's a great thing. Okay. Thank you, Syed, very much. Once again, maybe in future, I may request you to give some more sessions like this. Okay.
I would like to ask apology from my side due to network problem. You could not
No, it's
make
okay,
it
fine.
in
It's
the
great. It's great. Manoj sir?
That's one.
Manoj sir?
Even I was facing the same issue.
जी सर जी सर
आप कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे प्लीज?
Professor Syed, thank you very much for sparing your valuable time and entire for a very good session on the big data analytics. Thank you very much, sir.
Once again, thank you, Syed. Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Please, so you may leave, please, all of you, please. It's the end of the meeting, please.